Okay,
Okay, cool.
okay, people, we are live today with Stevie, one of the co-founders from Wingoal. Welcome,
Thank you, Bart.
and let's start with an introduction. Can you
Cool.
tell us something about yourself, about the company, and about yourself?
Cool. Okay, so hi guys, I'm Stevie. I'm one of the co-founders of Metalend, and I'm also in charge of the marketing and collaboration of things normally. And so for our audience who might be also players for our first project, Pickster, they will know me as I'm normally in charge of doing AMAs and reaching out to different collaborators. So just a brief introduction about Metalend, the developer for Wingoal. Metalend is originally a Web2 mobile gaming studio, and we are transitioning to Web3. And together with the developers, marketing, and operations, we have around 60 to 70 staffs in total. And Wingoal has been planning since last year in November. And obviously, this year, the biggest event in 2022 will be the World Cup. And so Wingoal is closely integrated with the World Cup. In fact, we are born with the World Cup.
Fantastic. And so you're actually aiming to launch in a couple of weeks, and that means you will taking on the hype from the World Cup. Is this this been planned for many months already, or is this just convenient that the World Cup is this year late in December, late in the year, because normally the World Cup is somewhere in the summer, but I bet with Qatar and that region being really hot in the summer, they moved it to later this year. Was that convenient or was it planned?
Actually, it is planned because obviously for any kind of soccer games or World Cup themed games, we have normally how we operate is that we try to launch as close to the launch of the World Cup as possible. So it is actually planned, but since last year in November, we have the initial ideas, but at that time, on the company level, we were also developing Pickster as well. So Wingoal, obviously, we had that idea since last November, but the priority was on Pickster first, and then also on the side that will be Wingoal. And after Pickster has launched is better in April, then we try to slowly focus our efforts and energy onto Wingoal progressively.
Okay, that's well. There's a lot of planning coming to this. It's not just a game. It's a lot more. You have a lot of big partners with Wingoal. Can you tell us a
Sure.
bit? Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the integration with Opta, for example?
Right. So, for our audience who in this AMA who are new to Opta, Opta is actually the world's largest sports data provider. So, what they do is they generate real-time World Cup performance data, and that data we use it to reflect it live in our Wingoal's NFT soccer characters. And in this way, essentially, Opta provide us the data in order for us to make the World Cup data available on chain.
Yeah, and what are the highlights of Wingoal? If you had if you have some highlights top of mind, what would you tell us about Wingoal?
Sure. So actually, we have learned a lot from our first project, Pickster, in order to design and develop Wingoal. And to summarize, we can do in 5 points. So first is Wingoal is free to play, and without any barriers of entry. And this is quite uncommon in the GameFi field. Secondly, we have also two new tokenomics, which is called the burn to earn and win to earn. And I will probably explain it further later on in this AMA. And thirdly, we also, Wingo tries to connect with reality by integrating the Opta data. So as mentioned, so all the live World Cup data will impact our in-game NFTs. And
Yeah.
fourthly, Wingoal has also proposed some new ways to acquire new players, and obviously, it is very important to acquire new players in GameFi because that is how projects survive, right? And finally, I guess the most importantly also is that Wingoal has our own referral-based system, and we call it the winning program.
Yeah, with the referral-based system, you mean that people can invite other people with their own code, and
That's right.
And at that with that point, with that note, you can actually earn more. The more people you bring in, the more you can start earning, and that goes the same for the people who come after them.
Yep, that's right. That's right. And in fact, this winning program, I guess, because I had a AMA with Bart yesterday, and we have talked about this winning program, and it's very exciting, especially I guess in this bear market, because a lot of influencers and gamers, they are obviously finding, and also investors, that we are all finding new opportunities to make earnings in the crypto field. And the winning program is one of the, I would say, the best way for alternative income source in this bear market.
Yeah, but it's not built on quicksand, right? It has actually a sustainable model because of your integration with partners and with other companies who are willing to want to place their ads inside the app of Wingoal, and with that point, you can actually start earning money by watching ads. But it also helps with the economic stability of the game itself or the platform itself, because you do not deflate it. It doesn't come straight out of the pocket from Wingoal. It is a sustainable business model with Web2 integration, right?
That is right. That's right. But you are very familiar with our project. Actually, one of the killer points for Wingoal is that we have different ways to combat what we see in a lot of GameFi projects, which is a Ponzi-based economic system.
Yeah.
So a lot of these projects, they rely their source of earnings from in-game minting. So no matter players win or lose inside the game, these players earn tokens anyway, and it's not sustainable. So, and in other cases, some players' earnings must be coming from the investment of some later, newer players. And because obviously inside the game, the minting cannot satisfy the huge demand for everyone's earnings. And so, and that is the way we designed the tokenomics for Wingoal is that we try to address this issue in priority.
Yeah, that's with the not sustainable models. We can look at, for example, what happened with Axie Infinity, but also with a lot of other GameFi projects that where people start farming a lot of rewards, and in case of Wingoal, that would be, for example, people start earning a lot of tokens by burning calories or by watching ads. And they get a lot of reward tokens. Those reward tokens flood the market. That would drain the liquidity from the liquidity pool from Wingoal, the game, with the result that the governance token would be worthless, and we all would have a big bag of nothing in our pockets. Instead of that, you're combating that by bringing real world integration with other companies who can rent ad space, for example, and that way we get a revenue stream from Web2 into Web3, and that way it's sustainable to maintain a 3-token system. That's basically it's actually pretty genius how you thought of it. I do have a question. I do have a question though about the burn to earn, right? What a lot of those games like Steppen and Moven and those move to earn apps had is they have this problem with where people can either hack or cheat with their apps. Like, for example, if you have a Nike app, you can program your telephone or the app like this, that it looks like you run like 45 kilometers in an hour and you burned like 12 million calories, right? How will you counter that with Wingoal?
Right. Actually, that is a very good question. And it's true because by having functionalities of connecting real life sports activities into our game, only using the mobile device, we control, for example, for burn to earn, we allow players to burn calories in real life, and we record this calories data using the gyroscope and GPS, and then we have a proprietary algorithm that basically convert the movement or the speed of that person,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then we calculate accordingly how much calories are burned theoretically, and
So
this is
that's actually
obviously
basically it's sorry to interrupt, but it's basically
yeah.
it is a you use a differential measurement on certain measure points. For example, the gyroscopic, the geographic, but also the time frame. Because if somebody burns,
That's
for
correct.
example, 1,000 calories in 5 minutes, that's impossible, right? So
That's correct.
and your algorithm looks at that in a way that it actually it validates, or it actually says, okay, this is not validated, you cannot earn, and maybe even that person get burned, or
Actually, yeah. I mean, we have our algorithms that can verify the movements of players in real life to ensure that everyone is trying to behave and play and participate as fair as possible. But obviously, at the same time, with burn to earn, that is a part of the a gameplay. But inside the burn to earn, there's a maximum cap on how much tokens that a particular players can earn. And in that case, for I would say for that part of cheating, it is it could affect other players who actually are spending time and effort to do sports in real life, but it wouldn't make a huge impact in terms of affecting token prices or having unfair advantage in earning enormous amount of tokens.
but it also arises the question of privacy, right? When there are such how do you call it, elaborate ways of measuring the honesty of a person, that immediately for me it arises the question of privacy. Is that somebody where somebody has influence on, or how do we address that in Win?
Right. Actually, so I guess before when the players participate in Wingoal, we will obtain the authorizations through the mobile for players to participate. So they will allow their
Exactly.
data to be
Like they
to be
will
used
in the,
inside.
yeah,
But
like they will
obviously,
in the Nike app, or in the other apps
exactly,
they use. It's actually you grant your permission, or you don't grant
exactly.
your permission, and but it's the player or the person is conscious of what they're doing all the time, and it's
That's
not
right.
like you leech the data from the background. It's always based on the app they use to track their calories.
That's right. That's right. And also, just a quick word. Also, obviously, having granted this permission does not mean we use this information for other purpose. It's only for the in-game app usage. And so that is the important thing, because obviously the team has no interest in using this data in another means other than just really to operate in the game.
That's also contradictory to Web3, of course. Where with Web2 we are the product. We are the product of Facebook. We think we're not the product, but we are the product.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah,
That's true.
that algorithm. Oh man, I was actually looking for this. No. The
Yeah.
algorithm calculated for you that you wanted to look at this because in the past you looked at this and that. And with
Right.
Web3 we do not. The data is not stored. It's only used to
Right.
calculate the likeliness of your burning mechanism, and
Mhm.
if it's validated, the information gets discarded. Is that right?
Yeah, but actually, we only use it to validate and obviously to give the progress to players, but then that's it.
And
And
it's not. It's the information is not stored.
it is not stored in our. I mean, it is stored on the console side actually, because the players have to have their calorie data in their mobile, so they actually store it on the console side.
And with the console side, we mean the player side and not the win goal side.
Exactly, and and in general, we have no use on these calories data. So
No, but I already knew that, but it's a question that comes from the audience, and it's a valid question,
that's
of
true.
course, right? So
That's true. That's actually a very important question, and we, especially I had experiences in living in Europe for many years, so we have a lot of focus on actually GDPR and attentions to about how we treat private data.
exactly. Okay. Then we questions already coming in earlier today.
Cool.
You can see my screen. Right? Shared my screen.
Yes, that's correct. I am seeing a screen. Yes.
Yeah. So the highlights we covered. Think we covered enough about the free to play, or no, we didn't actually.
We haven't covered the
No,
free.
yeah. Let's start about the free to play, because that's also always a misconception, right?
Sure.
With most of the games, you're free to play, but with Wingoal, it's also you're free to earn, right?
I would say yes and no. So basically, when players enter the game, they will immediately obtain 11 white cards, and these are soccer characters card to form a team, and they can immediately start playing Wingo. And obviously, these are not NFTs. We are giving players in-game assets, and obviously these white cards are used for convenience purpose. So when a particular player, when they are trying to form a team but they are missing certain positions, they can use these white cards. And these white cards allow all players to experience the whole entire gameplay of Wingo. But these white cards actually do not generate earnings.
Exactly.
And
So
so
let me
yeah,
reframe for the audience. So we
sure.
start with you start playing with non NFTs that are actually
That's correct.
that's a full team. You can start to play to experience
Mhm,
the game. If you want
mhm.
to start earning, you will have to get at least one green NFT. And
Yep,
the
that's
more
right.
NFTs you got, and the higher ranking NFTs you got, the more you can earn.
That's right.
For the Dutch people, the subscribers from the Money Mastery Discord, they all get one free NFT, one green NFT, so they can immediately start earning. And
Yep, that's
for the rest of the audience from Facebook and from the mailing campaign, you all get a link from me for a Glean form. You have to fill some tasks in there. I will put the link in the description, and
mhm.
you will possibly you will get a NFT. But if there are like 10k people registering, then we have a maximum of 1,000 NFTs at the moment. We are giving away to the external audience, but all the AOC people who are in the Money Master Discord, you get one NFT to start earning the game. Please continue.
Sure. And just a quick word, these NFTs are worth normally in our shop for 9.9 USD. So essentially, players are getting it for free now with free minting.
Yeah, well, that's hey, it's always good to get like $10 on a Saturday, right?
Yes, that's always good.
I, I,
Always good.
I won't say no to free money.
That's true. That's true. And that is a part of our marketing campaign as well. So
Yeah, because that marketing campaign is really good subsidized, right?
that is right. Actually, we have 500K USD in marketing budgets just for providing free NFTs, free green NFT cards to our players, for our interested players. And our campaign for this free minting will start on 31st of October until the 4th of November.
Well, it's when going back to the tokenomics, right?
Yep.
You think we covered everything from the new tokenomics, because in the white paper is there's those are the old tokenomics still, right? Or are they updated?
Um,
No, they are
Actually,
updated.
yeah, they are all updated, but
Yeah.
I mean, it depends, because we had another AMA yesterday, and depends on how you want to shape this AMA. I mean, feel free. I'm obviously very happy to explain how Burn to Earn and Win to Earn works, and or if you have another topic to cover, let me know.
No, just let's use the questions as a guideline
Sure.
first, and you can also see the chat on the left. That's the chat from the
Cool.
from the audience.
Right.
Let's dive into the tokenomics after this question. Will the gameplay be more focused on live events like the World Cup or Champions League, or more on Fortnite-like seasons?
Okay, so to answer this question, obviously, Wingoal is launched on the 18th of November. Our beta is coming very soon, in around 7 days, on the 4th or the 5th of November. And with the launch of the World Cup together with Wingoal, we'll first focus on the World Cup events, World Cup matches first. But afterwards, because World Cup is only lasting for 1 month, and we would then focus on other Champions Leagues and other kind of soccer matches as well after the World Cup. So it is all inclusive, let's say.
Okay. And going back to the tokenomics, let's start how you can start earning. And there are 4 different ways how you can earn, right?
Yeah, actually, there wow. I think that there are 3 ways. There are 3 ways. So first is about the burn to earn. So burn to earn is a concept that we have innovated, or we have introduced, and basically players can exercise in real life. They will burn calories. As mentioned, the data will be monitored by the player's mobile, and this calorie data will impact the game because we'll have a calorie progression every day. It's like you have to burn a specific calories in order to complete that daily task. It is the idea is like that, and then Wingoal will use this calorie progression, calorie data, in order to burn the in-game tokens accordingly with particular proportions. Obviously, with exercising, players will earn their crypto rewards as well. So that is the first way to earn. With our burn to earn, and second is with the win to earn. So players can participate in World Cup match predictions, and within this process, some players will win and they will multiply their earnings, and
some players will lose.
Yeah, or they will lose. They might lose, and so in generally speaking, it would be a zero-sum game in the very long term, and that with this win to earn, what we are trying to do or to achieve is to combat the Ponzi economic model, because not everyone wins inside the game, and but those who win,
you're not playing against the house, right? The house only takes a little part of the prediction, but it's actually you play against other people.
That's right. It's not entirely PvP.
Exactly. So it's PvP. So when you guys, when we, for example, I say the match between the Netherlands and Argentina will be 4-0 to the Netherlands, and somebody from Argentina says no, it will be 2-1 for Argentina. Then he puts in like 100 MLS tokens. Or it's not you're not betting with MLS, right? You're betting with
with the in-game tokens.
With the SWT, right?
Yeah, the Wingoal tokens.
Oh,
the WT.
Yeah, WT.
That's correct.
So I say I place 100 WT for my win, and the other guy places 100 WT for his win. And in case I win, then I get 90% of his tokens, and 10% goes to the platform, right?
Yeah, in fact, the percentage wise, I think it's less than 10%. The 10% is only for the C2C markets for our NFTs.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I meant. It's that to keep it sustainable, to keep operational costs afloat. There must be a small percentage.
That's right.
For example, maintenance on servers, personnel costs, but it's not an earning mechanism for Wingoal or Meadowland itself, because the winning of the financial proposition for Wingoal and Meadowland is working together with external partners who, for example, want to rent ad space, right?
That's correct. We are a platform for gamers to participate in match prediction. We are a platform to connect businesses with gamers through our ads, but we are not actually participating inside the game itself. So just to reiterate Bart's question, the players will be competing against other players, and they are not competing with the house, obviously.
That was actually mechanism number 2. We had burn to earn, we had win to earn, and then the third mechanism.
The third mechanism is actually the advertisement system that we have integrated. So basically, inside our game, there are different places and also buttons where you can watch advertisements, and these ads are obviously they are not compulsory. They are optional by players. If players would like to watch it, they can have a choice to watch it in order to earn some tokens and some bonuses in game.
They're not
In other
forced to watch
cases,
ads.
they are not forced to watch ads, for sure not. Obviously, there are some. Having said that, there are some banner space that are within the, because we obviously it is a soccer game, and then we have a soccer field. And aside on the side of the soccer field, there are original spaces for banners, and those
Yeah.
banners are also used for ad placement.
It's normal, right? It's with a soccer game. We have it also.
Yeah.
You see it on screen. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. It's integrated with sports, right?
That's correct. That's so anything it happens in real life, we try to do in the same as real life. Anything that is not natural, obviously we would not want to compromise players' experience in the gameplay.
No, it's not that that for example, that if you do not have an NFT, you are getting spammed with ads. That's not the case.
No.
That's
Actually, that would not happen. That would be extremely, let's say, unethical to our players. And actually, no. It is only an opt-in to receive further bonuses, but it's not It's not opt-out.
Exactly. And is it possible to start by watching ads for a certain period to earn a NFT, so you can start earning with win to earn and with burn to earn, or is it or do you always have to purchase it?
At the moment, actually, for the ad system, we do not support earning an NFT by watching ads. So that function, that may come later. But for the burn to earn part, actually, to earn it, players have to own at least also one NFT. But again, our mechanism is that we are having 50,000 NFTs freely minted. So literally anyone can start earning already.
That's actually really pretty soon, right? The free mint.
That's correct. That's in 2 days.
So the people from AOC, they are also able to participate in a free mint, or then they have to fill out the Gleam form, right?
Yes, that's correct. So for audience here, for the AOC audience, please do fill out and complete tasks with further games, and so that everyone have a chance to obtain the NFTs.
Okay, let's see, audience questions. Our questions.
Sure.
To start a website, to start a game, how many players do you need? Well, you need 11 players, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
But you only need one green NFT to start earning, correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
And
the green. And the higher earning potential you have. And the green NFT, the green color is the most common NFT rarities.
Okay, perfect. Asking for Team Doc.
Sure.
Okay. How does Wingoal acquires players? So how are you keep onboarding people even when the whole hype around the World Cup has been getting less and less and less? Will this be still viable? How can we onboard more people?
That's right. Actually, this question, obviously, I have been answering a lot, but I always rethink about how to acquire new players. And that is, in fact, the single most important point or the question to really determines whether a project survive or not, especially in Web3, because crypto is not massively adopted at the moment. So for us, for Wingoal, we have 3 strategies or game designs to acquire new players. The first is that we are strategically launching with the World Cup, and it is obviously the biggest event in 2022 and possibly in these years. And so Wingoal is the perfect super app for soccer fans. Not only they can game to play online soccer games inside Wingoal, they can do reality sports. So for example, playing real soccer and to exercise. They can watch matches via the live streaming, and they can predict the matches. So all these 4 activities are like the essential daily essentials for soccer fans, especially during the World Cup.
Can I ask you
And
something about after the World Cup? Will there also be live stream matches, for example, from the UEFA League or from the other FIFA?
that is a good question. Actually, for this, we have to consider for sure that it will not include all the matches, because that will involve a lot of fees in the licensing. But for sure that we try to include some. We try to include some, and then we will do it selectively. So interested players and for the live streaming function, please keep posted on our Twitter. But for sure that we will include some, because obviously the live streaming functions is actually very important in terms of providing new or attracting new users, apart from just gaming and earning tokens. Some players are actually more casual. They just want to, have a good watch on a particular match. And so that is the original idea why we try to include this functionality as well.
Exactly. And I interrupted your question about how you will keep onboarding new players in the future.
Okay. Yes, no problem. So that was the first way that we are strategically launching with the World Cup. And then the second design is the fact that Wingoal is free to play. So if you look at a lot of GameFi projects, many of them have a high barrier to entry. So a lot of them requires players to spend from 100 USD up to 500 USDs. And not only Wingoal is free, but the fact that if players decide to spend money inside our game, the first price point, as I probably mentioned before, is the 9.9 USD green NFT card, and that is the first price point. But the next price point actually, it basically increased smoothly upwards. So the next price point could be 12 USD, 15 USD, and depends on how we package different items and inside the game and different bonuses inside the game. And this way, we have literally unlimited price points, suiting and fitting all budgets for all players. And that is unlike a lot of GameFi projects. For example, Axie, maybe you have to buy a team of, let's say, 200 USD. Maybe at the moment the price drops a bit, maybe it's 150. But in that case, a lot of players may not want to spend that much at the start. So that is why we designed it this way. And that is what we call the slide model for the price points.
Well, when I look at your website and what I did, when I make some graphics for like this, right? We use the banner of YouTube channel. You see the different elements in there. But what struck me a little bit odd was that I also found, and I also found a lot of stuff which was nothing related to football. I saw a cyclist on there. I saw a basketball player on there.
Cool.
But it's all hidden. But if you have a certain app, which I have to get all the images extract images from a website, and then I found images from somebody who's basketballing, from somebody who's cycling, from also something with water sports. Are there multiple games coming our way from Netherlands team? Am I onto something here?
But that is actually a very, very good, let's say very good spirit of explorations that you have over there. And I actually, it was one of the elements that we weren't going to expose it. But since you asked and since you have an extremely sharp eye, indeed, yes. Actually, Meteen is planning to become a sports GameFi provider and developer that not only with soccer games. The Wingoal is only the first game that we implemented and developed, but we are planning in the future for basketballs and maybe tennis and all these kind of sports that can theoretically incorporate with the Web3. And for sure that we have this plan. And so that is true, and that is why we incorporate different images of that is not related to soccer. In fact,
yeah, exactly. Well, they were well hidden, I have to say, because they were all blanked out, and there were SVG files, so they were transparent. And was like, hey, this thing. Oh, let's look at that. But okay.
That's right.
On the other hand, there's some questions about. Is an NFT an indefinitely deployable, or are there a maximum number of mints or matches you can play? For example, Metsi won't play till he's 54, right?
That's right.
He's even still he's really good, but he's not as good as he was 10 years ago. So is
Mhm.
is there a degrading system on the NFTs in a way that you actually have this also a revenue model for both the platform and for players, or even so that you have a limited capability with your NFT that would actually deflate the NFT market. That is also weird
Uh-huh.
because there's a lot of NFTs been giving out. I imagine that if we have a deflationary system in there, that would be beneficiary for the platform, right?
That's correct. And actually, the short answer is yes, we do. Actually, we implemented this concept called fatality, and basically, fatality is like the life or the usage of a particular NFT. So, fatality will be consumed for after each match, and obviously, after all fatalities are consumed and completely consumed, then the NFTs actually can be used continuously. But in this case, no further earnings will be made by these NFTs with zero fatalities. So the question is how to recover fatality. So it can be recovered via either when the rarity of the particular NFT is upgraded, or if the character is put to rest inside one of the facilities, the resting room, and there will be a waiting period. So, but essentially, it's like a similar concept in Web2 games where you put your a particular character inside a resting room, and then you have to wait, and then the fatality will recover bit by bit. And obviously, if some players may not want to wait for a long time, they can spend WT to skip the
Exactly.
waiting period.
Exactly. It's basically what you see with Web2 games at the moment. Also, as you upgrade your level, you spend token for that. For example, Fortnite uses V-Bucks, or the other game would use gold or
Mhm.
diamonds, whatever. But if you
Yes.
have you played with your characters and you spend, for example, stamina, right? And
Yep.
you have
That's correct.
instead of having a stamina bar, you now have you can play one match and then, or you can play two matches and then your NFT needs to rest.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And you want to shorten that resting period so you can start earning again with that NFT. You have to spend WT tokens.
Right, that's correct. And actually, we also had this fatality system since our first game, Picaster. Obviously, a lot of players, especially back in Picaster, our first game, they were not too optimistic about this concept of fatality because they feel that they have invested in NFTs and they cannot recover it. So with Wingoal, we have changed it. We have tweaked the NFT system a bit so that after the fatality is depleted, the NFT stays there and it will slowly recover the fatalities over time. So that is one of the beauty, I would say, of having this deflationary NFT system. And at the same time, we are ensuring that players' hard-earned money is not going somewhere else. They're always inside the game. And through time and waiting, their NFTs will come back to life.
And what can you tell us about the levels, the star rating, the rarity, and the vitality from the NFTs?
Right. So these are all the different kinds of, let's say, uh, elements of an NFT that a player must consider. So let's begin with the level. So to if a player would like to increase the level of NFT, they will improve the character's attributes in percentage, and these attributes are obviously for each upgrade they are selected randomly for improvements, and the increments of these improvements in attributes per level, they will depend on the star ratings and the rarity as well. And to improve or to increase the level, players can use a training facility inside Wingoal, and obviously the necessary training materials will be consumed. And a note on all the players about this particular aspect: all levels will be reset upon each season. So that is the game design. And secondly, about the star rating. So star rating affects the level cap of a character, of a particular soccer character. And when the levels are maximized at each star rating, then players can actually spend one WT token in order to reset the character's level back to 1. And in this case, with this reset, actually it will increase the not only the star rating, but also the maximum level cap of a particular soccer characters and all the basic attributes of the statistics. And obviously, star ratings effects are permanent, so they will not be reset for every season. And players will obviously need to reach a certain level cap, so they have to max out their levels before they can spend their WT to reset the level and to increase the star rating by 1. So that is how the star rating works. And finally, we also have the rarities. So for the rarities, a lot of our audience would know that it's quite similar to some other GameFi projects. So we have totally 7 rarities. So from green, which is the green NFTs that I've been mentioning before, green, blue, purple, orange, red, pink, and finally rainbow. And this is in ascending order. So the rainbow is, let's say, the most rare rarities out of all. And then obviously for each increase in rarity, then players will greatly improve the basic attributes, the data. So for each improvement in rarities, at least that soccer characters will double the basic statistics. And obviously improving rarities is one of the key objectives that players would want to participate if they want to become stronger.
So can you improve your rarity? It drop, but or can I get my green green NFT upgraded to rainbow NFT?
That is possible, but to upgrade the green, you need 2 green NFTs to become a blue, and we cannot jump the sequence.
So you get two green NFTs makes 1 blue NFT, 2 blue NFT make 1 purple NFT, etc., etc., etc.
That's correct. That's correct, and that's what we call infusion. So basically, it's simpler. It's a similar idea to evolutions.
And it needs to be the same. That needs to be of the same player, right? It cannot be 2 different players that migrate in 1 new green NFT. Sorry, you have, let's say I have Messi green and I have Van Basten green, and I put them together. That's not possible. I need 2 Messis or 2 Van Bastens to make 1 blue. Right?
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. Okay. Yeah, so that is how the levels, the star rating, the rarity, and also the fatality, how it all works.
And there's also a pretty good question from Robin again. You're using fictional players who are fan of real players. So that's you're using Messi, but you're using a fan of Messi.
That's true.
Do you see that also by the looks of the players or only by the stats?
Actually, it's only by the stats, but players might find some particular similarities in appearance. But I would say 90% of the cases, generally speaking, is fictionalized cartoon characters.
Yeah. It's I like that because there's a lot of things already with normal baseball cards and normal football cards, like hyper realistic and so. And I like the concept of fan of. And then that also addresses a lot of problems with racial stuff and stuff like that. So that's really generic.
Correct.
It's really generic. It might would even say in this day and age gender neutral. So it's really really well thought of.
Yeah, and actually, sorry, but
No.
just a quick word also. The reason why we also use cartoonized characters, obviously, it is because that we are developing a Web3 game. And so we try to make gameplay fun. And to make gameplay fun, obviously, if we just use the standard, the soccer character, it's actually quite standard. But we want to be more creative and allows a lot of different players to maybe customize their players' appearance.
Also, maybe go a little bit towards the manga style football where you have this
exactly
those drop kick, roundhouse kick,
exactly
lightning kick, fun things. But
exactly.
Another thing is we covered the ways to earn, right? And we went pretty deep into the cards at the moment. But what about what is the 50 club and how does the winning program of Wingoal tie into that?
Sure. Actually, I'm very happy that but we talk about this again. Obviously, we'll talk about it in different AMAs, but
Yeah,
I would
and it
love
won't
to
be the last
explain the
time.
winning program. Exactly. I would love to explain the winning program to all the AOC audience because trust me, it is one of the best alternative income source for all influencers and gamers, especially during the bear market. So winning program, what is it? In short, it is a referral bonus program. There are two ways you can earn money. Either you earn money by inviting others to play Wingoal, and when your invitees play Wingoal for free, they will make their in-game earnings, right? And you will earn your referral bonus based on their in-game earnings. And by the way, you are not taking their in-game earnings to become your bonus. We are providing extra on top by the Wingoal team to you in terms of the bonus. So don't worry about inviting your friends and then siphoning off their in-game earnings. And secondly, you can also earn money by inviting others that they will do the same as you do. So basically, when you invite someone and they invite their followers and friends to play Wingoal, you will earn money also. And these are your indirect invitees.
Yeah.
And so this is very interesting because a lot of the referral bonus program in GameFi projects in particular, they only have 2 or 3 levels. And for Wingoal, we are born to be different, right? We have infinite levels of referral as a referral program. So basically, no matter you are an influencer that have a lot of fans that they may not play Wingoal, but as long as they can connect to different influencers, then that is fine because you will be indirectly benefiting from their in-game earnings anyway. And so that is in general how the winning program works. And basically, players who register Wingoal account now, they will need to ask their invitation code provider to grant them a permission. And by the way, how to find an invitation code now at this moment, please go to the Wingoal's Discord channel. And or if you have seen in some other place, for example, on YouTube, some KOLs are promoting Wingoal, you can also use someone's invitation code. But for all the audience for AOC, you can also use First Games invitation code. And in this case, once a player registered with the Wingoal account, and if they are granted with permission, they will become a winner. This is the name that we call them. And these winners has an invitation code they can invite their followers and friends. And among these winners, then we start to introduce the concept of 50 Club. Wingoal, the project will handpick 50 winners to become a member of the 50 Club. And a lot of you guys will ask, hey, what is so special about the 50 Club as compared to, the ordinary winners? I can also invite my friends without joining the 50 Club. That's correct. But anyone, we have to consider anyone who wants to be a winner in the future or wants to play Wingoal needs an invitation from the club, because these 50 club members, they will obtain much more marketing support from our Wingoal official. There are 2 ways we provide extra support. First is that for all these invitees who register using the 50 club's registration code, they will be able to immediately obtain a free mint NFT. This NFT is the green NFT. It is worth 9.9 USD and it's provided by the team. Okay, so that is already immediately one NFT in the bag. But secondly, we have a lot of promotions coming on with Wingoal, a lot of very grand World Cup carnivals coming soon. And everyone who wants to join the game in the future, we will use the 50 clubs registration code to promote, to put these codes in our official channel. And knowing that we have the free minting events coming on the 31st of October, then we are hosting a huge event, a World Cup carnival with KuCoin. And then we have a series of pre-launching events.
That's actually a pretty interesting event with KuCoin, because you're able to win something like an Azuki or a Bayek NFT, right?
Yes, actually, that is another part that I'm going to explain also to your audience about how our World Cup Carnival with KuCoin works. And should I continue with the 50 Club, or should I?
Whatever you want. I'm listening. That
Okay,
doesn't
cool.
doesn't happen pretty often that I'm silent and listen. And enjoy
Okay,
it.
cool. Sure, sure. So, okay, just to quickly also go through. So, basically, having the being a 50 club member, it has its own advantage because these members will receive official support from Wingoal's official, and to become the 50 club, one of the members. Now, at the moment, we are in recruitment. All winners who register with their Wingoal account and who has their own invitation code, they will undergo their probation. And our probation is very simple. It's based on the total number of real participants in our beta testing. Our beta testing will start on the 9th of November. It will end on the 13th of November. Right, so this is 4 days. And participants during this beta testing will have a chance to receive some rewards. And during this time, at this moment, 29th of October, until the beta starts, all winners in this case have the time to prepare and connect with their followers and friends. And then we will release this list of finalized 50 club members on the 15th of November. And the top 50 winners with the most participants invited in beta, they will become the members of the 50 club. And obviously, during each week from now until the probation ends, we will have the leaderboards every week, and we will award top scorers for different rewards. And please stay posted in our official Discord channel to know about all these rewards. Obviously, because a lot of players participate in inviting friends, and that is why we designed this system, the leaderboard for each week, so that everyone's efforts are not wasted. We know, and we will take care of everyone's efforts.
Hey, little questions still list we prepared, and
Sure.
then we're gradually going towards the end of the AMA. So we already talked about the events coming up. Basically, personal question.
That's right.
Can I book you for the World Champion final match on the 18th of December for an AMA, doing a live stream with some, we have this huge December festivity with AOC with a lot of, I'm lifting a tip of the veil, which I should better not do, but there's a lot of things coming on also from AOC side towards our members. And we are planning some real big events in December. Are you able to schedule a AMA with 18th of December?
Okay, this is a very good question. Actually, Bart, I mean, we have talked a lot already, and then we have also hosted different AMAs in different times. I would like to participate in your AMAs in the future, but on the 18th, I'm not sure now. I will have to get back to you because
I thought I put him on the spot right with the audience, and I think,
exactly,
I'm gonna wrangle it out of. But you were prepared. Your team warned you that I would do that
because that is our official launch, and I'm not sure if I'm have that time to do the AMAs. But obviously,
no, it's not November, right? It's December.
On the December 18th.
Yeah, that's the final match of the World Cup.
Perfect. Sorry, I misunderstood the question. Well,
no, I know the 18th of November is the launch of the game. No, the 18th. That's the day before the World Cup, and
for the end of the World Cup, I am also not sure because it would be a quite important event, I suppose. But I will let you know, and my answer, my heart is going for a yes, then no. But
at least I asked first, right? At least I asked first.
For sure, and of course, Bart, you have been extremely helpful in our community building.
It's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure.
Exactly, and also with the winning program as well. So for sure, we can work something out.
Perfect. Well, there are no more questions from the audience at the moment, and I'm sure there will be more, and I will be either answering them or redirect them to your team. Maybe we'll even compile a nice list, which we can answer then in a separate AMA next week or the week after. We will find the time. Stevie, again, I want to thank you so much for your time, and thank you for all your explanations and your hard work. This is actually a football game I'm looking forward to. I really suck at FIFA. My son really kicks my ass. Maybe
Right.
I can win with this game, and maybe he can earn his keep by playing this game. I will buy some NFTs, and he can earn money for me. The other way around. Hey, slave labor. No, sorry.
Exactly. Maybe he can start in Wingoal and start winning in Wingoal, and you
Yeah.
can start inviting your followers and friends, and,
yeah,
be a
and he
winner
can
in
he
winning
can
program.
invite his friends from football and his friends from
Exactly.
school. Yeah. Well, no, that's
And
I-
that
I-
is a win-win situation, right?
yeah, but I think that will be frowned upon by the people in the neighborhood. So, but he
Right,
can play the
right.
game for sure. Hey,
Cool,
again,
cool.
thank you, Stevie, for being
Thank you,
here,
Bart.
and it's been a pleasure again. And thank you, audience, everybody, for listening and for tuning in. I will be sharing some more details in the upcoming days, and I wish you all a very good weekend. Thank you for being here in the weekend. Talk soon. Bye, people.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. My pleasure to you, all you guys. Have a good day.
And we're offline.
Okay, thank you.
It was a real